Hello, remote LaVenture Middle School students. I'm Miss Morrow, and I'm going to be explaining to you today how to access your remote schedule and know where to be for your online classes. Here's a quick reminder of what your new Bell schedule looks like. There are two important things I'd like to call your attention to, so you're ready to go for day one. First, fifth period starts at 8 a.m., so let's plan on making it to your fifth period class on time. That's very important. It's at 8 a.m. now, not at 8:30. You can read the rest of this schedule here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you of is that as remote students, you are also split into A group. If your last name begins with the letters A through L, you will have your live Zoom classes mostly on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, you'll be doing independent assignments. If your last name starts with N through Z, you are in the B group. You will be going to your live Zoom classes on Thursdays and Fridays, and you'll have Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays to complete your independent assignments. Lastly, all of your teachers are having office hours in between 2 and 3 p.m., and there will be a place where you can find all of those links in the student bulletin. All right, let's take a look at how to find your schedules. Please go to the LaVenture webpage and click the link to log into Skyward. From there, click the button that says Schedule. We want to be paying attention to Term 4. We're in the fourth quarter. And for that, we're looking at periods 5 through 8 plus 0 period advisory. So take a look here. You'll see we've taken a sample student schedule. This student has advisory 0 period with Miss Pacheco, and then you can look and see they have a 5th, 7th, and 2 8th period classes. Don't panic if you see that. It's common for a lot of you, and in a few slides, I'll explain why. You can ignore the times here. You'll follow the Bell schedule that I just went over. What's most important when you log into Skyward is just to get familiar with the classes that you will be taking and who the teacher will be. Let's talk through what your electives will be like. So electives will either be set up as an independent study or a class on Zoom where you are zooming into a classroom that's happening here on site. An independent study means that you're taking art, PE, and or leadership. If you are signed up for an independent study, it will show up on your schedule as period 10. You will have 2 independent lessons to do per week. You'll get weekly feedback from the teacher, and you also can go and meet with the teacher during office hours, and you're expected to do that regularly for an independent study. If you are taking music or band, health, AVID, high school Spanish, or heritage Spanish, your teachers will be inviting you to Zoom into those classes live, and they'll tell you the schedule of when you need to Zoom into those classes. You'll also do that on your A days and your B days, your A days or your B days, as I expressed earlier, and then you will still be responsible for the independent lessons assigned by your teachers. Here's an example of a common question we think will come up when you're looking at your schedules. Some of you may be saying, help, I'm missing a class period, and what do I do again for independent study? So just a reminder, if you're missing a class period here, it's okay. We had to set up your schedules in such a way that all kids had access to their classes. So during that time, you get a break from the screen or an opportunity to work on your independent assignments. So if you see what looks like a hole in your schedule, don't worry. Also, if you have independent study classes, they'll show up as period 10. Again, you can ignore the time listed here. Period 10 classes mean that you do the work when it works for you over the course of the week, and you join office hours regularly with your teachers. Here's another example of common question that we think you'll have about your schedules. So some of you are going to say, help, I have 2 class periods scheduled at the same time. Don't worry, we have you covered. Your teachers via Google Classroom will tell you if you need to join their class on an A day or on a B day. So this student example, they may be worried because it looks like they have 2 classes during period 8. Again, ignore the time. That's not when period 8 meets. So Ms. Stewart is going to invite this student to join Washington State History on an A day, Monday and Tuesday, and Ms. Uhl will invite this student to join 8th period on Thursday, Friday, a B day, so they can join both of those classes. Again, Google Classroom, your teachers will give you the links. They'll tell you where you need to be when. All right, make sure, please, that you join all of your Google Classrooms for Term 4. And if you're not sure what to do, then your teacher will invite you. They will answer your questions. So just make sure you go to Google Classroom and click that button, join for any of your Term 4 classes. Please be patient if you don't have all of your invitations yet. Your teachers are just getting these updated rosters and they will get you invited as soon as they can. If you're missing an invitation, just email the teacher. All right, remember that part of your responsibility as a remote student is to check on your Google Classrooms to register for Zoom. Register for Zoom carefully, make sure you type your student email address correctly, and then when you receive the confirmation from your teacher, save it in a safe place. If you need help with that, you can reach out to the teacher. They will make sure that you are able to register for their class. Remember, this is your schedule, 8 a.m. starting on Monday or on Thursday. Your teachers will be there to support you and they will make sure that you know where to go. If you need any other help, if you're missing a Zoom link, remember, email the teacher. If you have a question about your schedule or you're not exactly sure how to log into Skyward, feel free to post any questions like that right there on the remote LaVenture Middle School Google Classroom. That's a central place where all of your teachers, administrators, and counselors, we can see your questions and any of us can quickly respond for help. So please use that resource. We are here to support you in having a great start to the remote fourth quarter. We'll see you soon.